Good morning, my dear students. My name is Twayna, BSc. Currently, I am available at the Hamlet Tuition Center, Brahmatul, Kathmandu. If you want to contact me, it's 9849135739. I'm also available currently at Kumudini Secondary School, Kalimati, Kathmandu. My dear students of grade 10, this is your science class, and in your science class, we have been studying about life cycle of invertebrates. And in our previous class, up to our previous class, we discussed about silkworm, whereas starting from today we will be discussing about honeybees. You all have seen honeybees, okay? Some of you might have got sting from honeybees as well. If you disturb them, if you irritate them, then they will not hesitate to attack you. But one interesting fact about honeybee is after they bite you, they will die. The honeybees, they bite you, but after they bite you, they will die. That is why they will not attack you unless it is the last option. Okay, they will not attack you unless it is the last option. However, if you do not give any choice to the honeybees, if you keep on irritating the honeybees, or if you try to destroy their hive, or if you try to steal their honey, then they will try to bite you, or they will try to sting you. Not bite, sting, because they do not bite with their mouth, they only sting from their tip of abdomen. Okay, the tip of abdomen of honeybee contains a needle like or hook like organ which is called sting. Okay, that can puncture your skin and inject some poisons. Okay, and because of that poison you will feel burning pain. Yes, however the sting of honeybee is like a hook. Once it get inside your skin, it cannot come out. In Nepali we call it kill. Yes, it is called kill. Once it get inside your skin, it cannot get out. So when the honeybee forcefully tries to take it out, its gut will come outside along with the sting. The sting will be separated from its body, but along with that its gut will also come out, and because of that, after short time the honeybee dies. Yes, that's a horrible death for honeybees, but they are forced to give up their life upon biting others. Okay, so honeybees, this in the human history, since the ancient time, honeybees have been very important for humans. However, back then people did not keep honeybees, okay, but they get benefited a lot from the wild honeybees. Wild honeybees, they make honey, okay, and the honey made by wild honeybees, they have medicinal values as well, medicinal properties, isn't it? Because honeybees in the wild, they feed on flowers of several varieties of herbs. Okay, so the honey prepared by them definitely contains many essential medicines. That is why honey is also known as amrit. Okay, and okay, and also that the alcoholic beverages prepared from honey, also known as soma, isn't it? That is medicinal. Okay, so honeybees have been the most important insect for human beings or human society. Honeybees are social insect, okay, and these social insects, they suck up nectar from flowers and form honey, a highly prized product. Honey has been a highly prized product because it is utilized in many products, in many ways. Yes, honey is used as food, okay, nutrient supplement. Honey is used as medicine, okay, honey is used as ointment also. Okay, there are so many uses of honey. Okay, in fact the bees produce honey as a reserve food for their winter. Well, why do bees make honey? It is for themselves, because during summertime they get a lot of food. During summertime there are so many flowers that they can get nectar. Okay. However, during winter, when there are no flowers, when there is no available food, then in that case they need some reserve of food, isn't it? That's why they convert nectar into honey, and they store it. They store the honey for their future use. Okay. However, they usually produce 3 to 4 times more than they actually need. Even though they are sufficient with honey reserve, they will never stop making honey. Okay. That is why the farmers can safely harvest the honey without hampering the bees. Okay. Okay guys, I have found a picture of honeybee sting that I want to show you. Okay, you can see this is the honeybee, and here at the end of its abdomen you can see the sting, and you can see the sting is curved. See, the sting is curved, it is not straight. So once it stings you, it cannot take it out, and when it tries to forcefully take it out, you can see the parts of its abdomen, the internal parts of its abdomen are also coming out of its body along with the sting. Okay, and because of that the honeybee dies. The honeybee dies after few minutes. Okay, and the honeybee knows it also. That's why honeybee bites you, honeybee stings you as a last resort. Okay, so do not disturb them. That is the key. Okay, now let's get back to our topic. Okay, honeybees are considered social insect. Here we say that these social insects, see, we said here we mark it as social insect up there, isn't it? Why are they called social insect? Why honeybees are called social insect? Is it because they live in group? Is it because they live in group? No, that is not just a reason of being social animal. Okay, like in forest, buffaloes also live in group, isn't it? And that is called the herd of buffalo. Okay, HER, the herd of buffalo. Well, in jungle, in the wild, the buffaloes also live in group. Okay, but are they called social animal? Are the buffaloes called social animal? No, buffaloes are not called social animal. They live in group only for security, only for safety. They live in group only for safety. Okay, but there is no social role among the buffaloes. There is no particular role for the individual buffaloes that will contribute to the society, to the group. Okay, there is no particular role played by single buffalo or individual buffalo in the benefit of the group. Okay, there is no work division. That is why buffalo is not social animal. However, human is a social animal. Likewise, bees are social animal, ants are social animal. Now, why are the bees called social animal? There are certain reasons. The first reason is they live in a group. Okay, bees, they live in a group, and a single hive may contain up to 80,000 of bees. 80,000, not a joke. Yes, in a single hive there could be 80,000 of bees living in that hive. That means bees live in a group. That is the first condition for being social insect, but that is not only. The second condition is they have different hierarchy within their society. Okay, just like in human society there are upper class and lower class and all. Yes, and there is distinguished roles to play by each class, isn't it? Like in our society there are Brahmins, okay, who conduct warships and puja path. There are soldiers who fight the war, isn't it? And there are teachers who teaches young students. There are doctors who check up the ill persons, diseased persons. There are engineers who make the designs of buildings, and there are builders who build the buildings as per the design made by engineers. There are transporters who transport goods from one place to another place for various purposes. See, and function of or act of each individual person or role played by each individual person actually benefits the society. Now think of a society without doctor, or think of a society without engineer, or think a society without any teachers, or think of a society without any drivers. Okay, that's why to be a social animal there must be hierarchy. Hierarchy means different classes, different level, and each level must have distinctive work. That means work division. Each level must have distinct work division. These are the three conditions for being social animal. Okay, the first condition, must live in a group. Second condition, must have different hierarchy. And third condition, there must be distinct work division among the workers. Workers means anyone who would work. Okay, so in case of honeybee, all three conditions are satisfied. They live in a group, they have different hierarchy within their society. Okay, they have queen, they have drone, and they have workers. And workers also have different stages based on their age. Okay, young workers are cleaner, medium workers are builder, and old age workers are, or mature workers are collector or forager. Okay, so they have different hierarchy within the worker as well, and each hierarchy have distinct work division. Okay, the honeybee which go to foraging does not build cells. The honeybee which are assigned to build cells, they do not go on foraging. Okay, so there is distinct work division among the workers, and workers of different age and stage perform different functions specified for that stage. Okay, any confusion up here? Okay, let's go to next slide. Classify the classification of honeybee. Just like silkworm, honeybee also belong to kingdom Animalia. That means they can locomote from one place to another place. Okay, they belong to subkingdom Invertebrata. Invertebrata means they do not have backbone or endoskeleton. They do not have bone inside their body. And phylum Arthropoda. Arthropoda means they have jointed appendage. You can see their legs are made by joining several pieces. Okay, such kind of legs are called jointed appendages. And the invertebrates which have jointed appendages, they are Arthropoda. They are kept in phylum Arthropoda. And the class Insecta. Insecta means from their thorax 3 pairs of jointed appendages, or 3 pairs of legs and 2 pairs of wings arise. Okay, Insecta, class Insecta means from their thorax 3 pair of legs and 2 pair of wings arise. And genus of honeybee is Apis, species is Mellifera. Apis mellifera. Okay, and common name is honeybee. Okay, look at the structure of honeybee. This is also required. A body of adult honeybee is divided into 3 parts. Head. Okay, so you can see okay, this much part, this is head, sorry. Okay, this much part, this is head. Yes, this much part is head. And this much part is thorax. Okay, head, thorax, and this much part is abdomen. Head, thorax, abdomen. Okay, the body of a honeybee is divided into three parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. Head means tauko, thorax means chhati, abdomen means pet. Yes, and head contains several organs. You can see it has jaw and tongues. Jaw and tongues, these are also known as mouth parts, and the mouth part of honeybee are adapted for piercing and sucking. They pierce into the flower, parts of flower, and they suck the nectar from it. Piercing and sucking. Okay, they have mouth part which are adapted for piercing and sucking. Okay, they also contain a pair of antenna. Antenna detects the signals. Antenna detects the signals. Okay, like heat. Okay, it detects heat and other signals as well. Okay, and they also have a pair of compound eye. Yes, compound eyes can only detect movement. They cannot see actual object, they can only detect movement. Okay, that's why honeybees, they move in different pattern to relay different types of messages. Okay, like if they move in the pattern of 8, that means food is available there. Yes, and then they also have another sense organ on the head, that is called ocelli. Okay, ocelli is similar to eye. Okay, ocelli is also similar to eye. There are 3 ocelli on the top of honeybee's head. Okay, and each ocelli contains only one lens, whereas compound eye contains thousands of lenses, whereas ocelli contains only one lens. So ocelli, they can detect light energy just like the compound eye, but the specific function of ocelli is to detect amount of sunlight or the intensity of sunlight. You know, they are diurnal creature. Honeybees, they do not come out when it is dark, and ocellis, they act as a receiver of sunlight. Okay, they detect sunlight, intensity of sunlight. If the intensity of sunlight is enough, they come out. They come out to gather their food. It also acts as a sensor. So all these 3 parts, antenna, compound eye, and ocelli, all these parts act as the sensory bodies. They have sensory organs in their head. That makes sense, yes? Okay, then they have thorax. The head is connected to thorax by a shaft-like organ, you can see, that is equivalent of neck. Okay, the thorax is divided into 3 different parts. Yes, 3 different parts, and from each segment, one pair of jointed leg or jointed appendages arise. From each segment, one pair of jointed legs arise. That means they have 3 pair of legs coming from each segment of thorax. Okay, and from the 2 segments of thorax, a pair of wings also appear. Okay, with the help of wings they can fly, and the wings have muscles at its base only. Only at its base the wings have muscles, and rest of the wings, they are made up of non-living materials. Rest of the wings are made up of non-living materials. Okay, and then they have abdomen. The abdomen is also divided into several sections, and you can see each segment of abdomen contains holes. Okay, and these holes are called spiracles, which have muscular pulp which forcefully draw in air. So these spiracles, they are respiratory organs of honeybee. They breathe through their abdomen, not through their head. That's why even if you cut off its head, it will survive until there is some food remaining in its abdomen. Okay, even if you cut off its head, it will survive until the food remains in its abdomen. Okay, it breathes through abdomen. Its heart is present in thorax. Yes, and the abdomen also contains intestines and other organs. Okay, and the main function of abdomen is to reserve or is to store food, energy. Okay, in case of queen bee, it also stores egg. Yes, but in case of worker bee, it only stores energy in the form of fat. Okay, that's why you can eat the bee itself, not just its honey, but you can eat the bee itself. Okay, the fat stored in the abdomen of honeybee, not just honeybee, all other insects, the fat stored in the abdomen of all the insects, they are very rich in protein and good fat. They are healthy fat. The only thing is we feel so yucky to think about eating insects, isn't it? We don't like to eat insect. That's the only problem. Okay, and at the end of abdomen you can see there is sting. Sting, they use it for defensive purpose. The honeybees use sting for defensive purpose, and that also as a last resort. As I already told you, after stinging they die. That's why they do not want to sting you if they can just get away from you. Okay, or if you are not threatening them too much, then they will not sting you, they will not do anything to you, isn't it? But if you threaten their hive, if you threaten their children, okay, if you try to steal their honey from their hive, then they think that their hive is bigger than themselves, so they are willing to give up their life to protect their hives. Okay, they are willing to give up their life to protect their hive. Okay, and that should be how every person of a nation should feel, isn't it? That is extreme nationalism. Now bees also have it. Okay, they think the hive is greater than their own life, so to protect the hive they are willing to give their life. Okay, that is all about the structure of honeybee. Any confusion up to here? Okay, then we will end our class here today. Today's class I would like to wrap it here. Okay, and in our next class we will discuss about life cycle of honeybee. Today we discussed only about the introduction of honeybee, its classification and structure of honeybee. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you, class.